there are two things that we do want to talk about. One is the, like I was saying कि पिछले 2 साल से स्टार स्कूल में एक प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है जो ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग स्किल्स में ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग कैसे किस कौन से स्टैंडर्ड पे बनाना चाहिए कैसे बनाना चाहिए उस पर थोड़ा सा हमारा कोशिश चल रहा है and we would like to talk about it and for that I would request Dr. Prabhu who has been one of the very the energy behind the whole effort to talk about that and then we'll also have a short demo of the set and we'll talk about what we would like to have from you.
Namaste. Good morning. Very good morning. It's so wonderful to be here with you all in this very unique city with rich history, culture, and of course, wonderful food. So this morning, we're going to discuss the opportunities, challenges and opportunities. First, we'll talk about challenges, and then we'll talk about opportunities for online learning. That's the topic. Yeah. Can you see this, or can you see there, or do I need to? Can you have a next one, please?
आपको शेयर किया है खुला नहीं मैंने किया तो इसमें एक्चुअली होगा अभी तक ये आपका खुला हुआ है
It's doing the wrong this thing. It has to be in the other mode.
Slides
जूम पे जाइए आप खोलो कैसे खोलो हाँ
बड़ा करो ना
जस्ट 1 सेकंड
just a minute.
जस्ट मिनट
You stop
Just
sharing. I will start sharing.
नहीं ठीक है हो जाएगा
First slide.
वो मोबाइल पे कैसे आ रहा है तो स्लाइड शो इधर हो रहा है इधर तो पड़ता है
स्लाइड शो में जाके क्लिक कीजिए यहाँ आ जाए
इसको हाइड करो इसको हाइड करो
One of the issues of online learning, you have to always be ready for technical issues. This is a practical demonstration. Is okay? Shall we proceed? Okay. The question. Go back. Next one. Okay. The question is, online learning. What is the role? What role does it have in India? It's a very important question because India sits at a certain cusp, and it is at the juncture. And the best way, I think, the most meaningful way of addressing this question is to look at it from the context of socio-economic condition of India at this time. Next, please. We all know, we are all very well aware that India has made remarkable rise, growth in the GDP. From 1991, it had ranked 17 in the world, and now it is 5. We rejoice in that fact. We are proud of it. These numbers are important, and they are impressive, but they do not tell the whole story. They only tell us one aspect of the economy. For instance, it does not tell us anything about how this increase and rise in GDP has affected the general population broadly in its socioeconomic condition. Please, next slide, please. This slide shows that in early 1990s, under the Narasimha Rao regime, when Manmohan Singh as the treasurer, the liberalization started. And that jump started the rise, the growth in GDP. But it's a mixed bag. Since then, there has been a widening of economic gap in the country, the widening income disparity. This is the disparity growth. The top 10% of the population, the ones with holding the top 10% of income in the country, their proportion of holding of income grew from, I would say, 33% to 57%. The bottom 50%, there fell from 20% to 13%. So there is a widening in disparity. Another point is very important. The participation of youth in the labor market started decreasing. This is the. So these are the conditions which started around them. Can we have the next slide? We talked about income. Let's see where India stands in terms of wealth. Wealth is different. This is what you have. Income is what you earn. And this is a snapshot. This is one of the latest statistics. What it tells you is the top 1%, richest 1% in India hold 42.5% of entire. The top 25% own 75%. The bottom 25% is about 26-27%. The poorest 50% of the entire population only has wealth total value of 2.8%. So basically what the numbers show is that there are large chunks of population which have been left behind. They have not been benefited by the increase in GDP. Next one. Next slide. There's only one picture, and show many pictures. Widening wealth disparity. The displays of income disparity are readily all around. You just have to open your eyes. This is the population which is being left behind. Some live in slums, barely, multiple people, multiple families in one room. And there are Alishan. We're talking about 2, 3, 4. You see it all. The promise and hope of so-called trickle-down economics has not touched this. Next slide. There's one before. इसके बाद में है वही So for the sake of discussion, I'm going to only concentrate on focus on one particular group which has been impacted and is being impacted for last many years detrimentally. That is the youth. Now you go back to that. So this is the youth unemployment rate from 1999 to last. This is unemployment rate increasing. So this is not today's problem. It has been going on since late 90s. Please data. Unemployment rate in youth in 15 to 25 years. This population, because of the demographic dividend, the way our younger population is, it represents 40% of India's population. But the unemployment rate in this population is 45.8%, which is the just recently released report from the Center for Monitoring of the Indian Economy. It's an independent think tank in Mumbai. Shocking, isn't it? Next one. This is a report from Azim Premji University. They just released a report called State of Working India 2023. And they basically graduates. So even if you're educated, you are graduate, if you belong to this bracket, age group bracket, you don't escape. 42.3% of graduates, you have seen lines like this. You have seen crowding for few seats available. So even graduates are being affected. Economists project, given the growth of population, how much are going to be in coming in the working age population over the next 10 years, they project that to keep them employed at a certain level, India will have to generate about 70 million jobs in the next decade, next 10 years. But at this current pace, it is slated to increase about 24 million. Huge between what the population is likely to need and what is likely. This is where we are. This is the gap. And I believe this is where like-minded people like us, the NGOs, can play a role to mitigate, to make a dent in this situation. I know I'll come to that. But I just want, what I'm trying to do is to lay context. Why are we doing this? What is the reason behind it? There are a lot of thought effort going on as where are we going to position our resources? And where? And then that's I'm going to come. Next one, please. And in particular rural areas, there's a different issue. I mean, there's additional burdens. What kind of burdens? Inadequate vocational livelihood. This thing, there's hardly any, scarcity of schools. There are lack of transportation issues there. Family responsibility there. The children or even the teenagers have to work to sustain the family. And of course, tuition costs they can. So there are many other things which are added burden to rural areas, and we still a rural society. 65% of population is still rural. So let's not, when we talk about real India, we are really talking about. Next. Okay. So we talked about the challenges. Yes, there are challenges, we accept it. But there are opportunities also. And with the opportunities, the path-breaking opportunities waiting to be fully harnessed, and taken full advantage of. And that's what I want to talk to you. And one of the biggest opportunities is India's digital revolution. Amazing. That's amazing. Amazing. The rise of mobile technology and the platforms which go with it, like WhatsApp and all the other Instagram and all that stuff, has transformed India. Absolutely. The smartphones are eroding the old bottlenecks, old barriers, right? Language, class, caste, gender, and geography. The mobile phone doesn't know any barrier, and is breaking down those barriers in a way which we didn't even imagine a few years ago. And those are the things, those are our vehicles to make a difference. Penetration of mobile phone last year was 77%. The next 5 years is expected to be 86%. How are we going to leverage it? How are we going to leverage this to our advantage? That's the question I'm posing to you, and we are going to go there right now. Next. I think I talked about it. Revolution smartphone increase. Next. There's another revolution. That's the spectacular rise in online learners the world over. It's a global revolution taking place. The millions joining, even just one, like Coursera is a online learning platform. In 2022, it had 20 million new subscribers. The rate of growth of online learning has surpassed pre-COVID. It's not a COVID phenomenon anymore. It is post-COVID, is lot more than pre-COVID. The largest increase of new people joining online learning is coming from countries with growing economies, with developing. Why? Because they are appreciating and adapting to this modality, which can close the knowledge gap, the skills gap, rather quickly at a very modest price in the nation and globally. Next slide. By the way, this is mainstream already. It is this online thing is here to stay. Question is, how do we make it better? So these are the tremendous new opportunities for us. And I'm going to go ahead with this, evolve an idea what we're doing. These are the advantages of online learning. Why online learning? Convenience, convenience, convenience. Fits learning into any skill. You can be working in the field, you may have to take care of your kids, children, but you can learn at your own time. Flexibility. You can learn at your own pace. Not all students learn at the same speed as in a class. You can revisit the content as needed. It happened to me all the time. Someone, what did the teacher say? I can't write that fast enough. I go here, listen to the teacher 3 times, 4 times until I fully understand, then go on. It's amazing. It's a tremendous technology. Affordability. These courses are not sometimes even offered free or at a very nominal cost because the entity producing it doesn't have to spend on brick and mortar structure or maintain it. Also, the student saves on transportation, food, and so on. Meal costs. Course variety. Think of a button. You can access such a wide variety of courses which are very difficult to be available in a brick and mortar standard structure. I'm not knocking it down, but I'm just saying what the scope of this modality is. We have to take advantage of it. Time saving. Going from the hotel to here is 1 hour. In Mumbai, Delhi, how much commuting time takes, and you save on that time. So there's time saving. There's no waiting times. Between classes, you sometimes have to wait. You have to go to canteen and just while away your time because your next class is after. All that is cut off. So time saving is very advantageous. No barriers. You can access it from any location, anytime. This is important to us in India. Scalability. This is important to us. Capacity to educate large numbers without comparable costing. These are huge, huge issues to be harnessed. And you use the technology appropriately for rapid spread of it. Next one. Of course, everything is not hunky-dory. There's always some, we have to be aware of, what are the drawbacks. And because once we know that we can try to compensate, do something about it when we evolve our program. And this is what we did, and I'll tell you how. One is, it requires more responsibility initiative on one's learning. Somebody has to be, they are on their own, they have to take more initiative. Needs more self-discipline and better time management skills. ऐसा नहीं कि आप इस करेंगे अभी फ्री प्रोग्राम देखेंगे बाद में जाएंगे ऐसा नहीं, you will have to be motivated, so you have to make your own time. It can increase a sense of isolation by doing it on your own, but again there are these things where you can have classrooms within Zoom itself, groups as we're trying to do here also. On to technical issues, as I was saying. We just had a practical, it can happen. It requires additional training for instructors. The trainers have to be sensitive to the fact that somebody is not this, but is not a distance. and they have to be specially trained to engage them in that manner. It can be done, it has to be, but it's not somebody who just come and teaching and you start teaching. It's not like that. It has to be special, this thing, it can be done. Because that's where the world is going. And we have to teach our new trainers that way, to be accommodating to that fact. Skills requires, where skills requires hand-on component, has to be handled a little bit more. All right, next one. I don't know whether you can see this, but these are two kids, bricks, who are carrying some loads. These are youth working on the road, and they should be in college or school. And these are, of course, graduates who are finding jobs. These are the faces of our target group. These are the faces of people of next generation, which is going to grow up without any particular marketable skill. These are the people who have barriers, who have very little opportunity for economic advancement. Break the transgenerational cycle of power and economic. It is continuing. They don't have doors open. They don't have schools, proper official schools where they live. They may have other responsibilities, sustainable responsibilities, affordability, transportation. They get stuck. Even if somebody surpasses, is motivated, and overcomes these barriers and gets a technical skill training, there are challenges for them to succeed in the long run, not in 3 months, 6 months, to sustain success. Reason being, technical skill is a necessity, but it is not enough. Say that the technical skill is necessary but not sufficient. So it is necessary, but it's not sufficient for long-term. As a rule, when one child like this passes through a technical training, doesn't get trained in basic business skills, in basic finance literacy, or life skills like punctuality, etiquette of communication, problem solving, anger management. Only technical skills are not going to get them far for success in life. Success has to be a comprehensive, well-rounded program. The other, in this context, I would like to make an appeal.
Nearby
I'm not to use the word soft skill specifically. And if I use the word soft skill, it somehow denotes that it is less important, secondary to another skill called hard. I would submit to you that not all technical skills are necessarily hard, but to follow a soft skill regularly, consistently, day after day can be hard. If you don't believe me, next time you deal with your spouse, mess up on your soft skill and see how hard it gets. Another critical factor which determines success in a student's life in learning is a factor where is somebody interested in, does that person care for that person, that child or students welfare and success? Is somebody that to guide them, counsel them, expect them to do well? If that is not there, the failure rate goes up significantly. It has been proven over and over again. All of us are sitting here only because somebody cared for us in a formality. And even after that, they wanted us to do well. We wanted to please them. let's keep in mind that the population we are looking at, they make nobody in their family might have gone to or completed school. And even if they want to guide, they may not have the wherewithal. So we have to keep that in mind, and online learning will have to incorporate this element as an integral part for success. Now, this mentoring, hand-holding can be at a distance. There's no problem. It's still successful because the child knows there's somebody caring for it. You know, I have so many over here, I know their children are not studying outside, maybe 500 miles away, 100 miles away, or in another country. They're not necessarily physically there, but they know there that somebody is there who is interested in them, who they want to succeed. And that same is true with online learning, that there is a warm voice, there's a caring voice at the other end of the phone, or other end of WhatsApp video, or FaceTime. And that's sufficient for the child to see. Dealing with. So what basically saying is, online learning has many aspects which have to be properly inculcated for success. Otherwise, success will not come. And you will blame online learning, but you should blame your pedagogy or your mode of teaching. Next one. Yeah, but क्या करें? क्या करें? Yes. ठीक है, आप ट्राई करें. ये ब्रिज कर रहे हैं. Bridging the interview, introducing Skills Guru. This is a joint effort between Vignan Ashram and the Prabhu Trust under the umbrella of Stars Forum. Our vision, simple. Anyone, anywhere, anytime can learn. We want to make it Osaka can learn. Next slide, please. Great. Yeah, one is missing. Yeah. Which one are you using? No, I should have given the my.
Drive मतलब कहते हैं मुझे.
Is yours, sir? You're putting yours.
Yes.
No, I given to him. That's the reason. That's
No, this
no,
is
no,
the
I
same
gave it
thing.
to him. Okay, I'll just the Skills Guru, I will view part. Digital lab is a digital library for livelihood skills. It offers structured and monitored, well-rounded remote learning courses, not just videos. Videos can dime a dozen on YouTube. It doesn't succeed because it's not a part of a structured program. We don't offer videos, we offer courses. Courses are well-rounded, not only with technical skills, but also, as I mentioned, life skills and business skills have to be done. It utilizes the most advanced LMS, which is a learning management system methodology, because it includes interactivity. It's the whole thing about how to engage. It make sure that the student is learning along the way, they're not busy. कहाँ से भी ले सकते हैं. सर्टिफिकेशन वही मिलेगा जब ये सब क्राइटेरिया वो कोर्स के कंप्लीट सक्सेसफुल होंगे. वो भी उसके लिए जांच करने के लिए हमारा रिपोर्ट है. इसने नाम के वास्ते नहीं दे. So it has to mean something. Fees बहुत नॉमिनल है, बहुत नॉमिनल. ज्यादा स्प्रेड करना है इसको. क्या है एक कॉस्ट जो होती है ऐसे प्रोग्राम के लिए, वो 10 स्टूडेंट इस्तेमाल की 100 ने की, 500 ने की, हजारों ने की, कॉस्ट उतनी ही रहती। That's why we can scale it up. Mentoring and guidance, मैंने अभी बताया ना, ये ह्यूमन टच है ना, ह्यूमन टच वो बहुत बड़ा है, वो उसमें इंटीग्रल किया है। ईच स्टूडेंट, हर एक स्टूडेंट को एक असाइन किया जाएगा एक मेंटर, जो उससे बात करेंगे, उसके पश्चात करेंगे, कैसे कर रहे हैं, प्रॉब्लम से पहले से सॉल्व करेंगे। उसके में it is absolutely essential. That's why we are saying it's not just the library, not just the video, the online college for skills learning. You can do it last week. Change. Really. I'm also ask this question again. Online skills learning, what is it happening? Hope I've been able to convince you this modality key role to play in enhancing economic uplift and opening doors of opportunity to the disadvantaged and those who are being neglected. I'll actually submit to you that online learning is the not only important, but the only learning modality that has the potential and the capacity to address India's current urgent needs in skills. It can be scaled up hugely and rapidly to reach the youth and disadvantaged population, even in remote villages, at a reasonable cost. देखिए, मैं ट्रेडिशनल स्कूल को डिस्काउंट नहीं करता। We are, including me, are products of traditional schools. They will continue to play important role, major role, and they should. लेकिन ये जो ब्रिज है गैप का, if ये ट्रेडिशनल स्कूल से it will not cut it, वो नहीं होंगे, क्यों? Given the scale of things, it would take logistics, infrastructure, manpower, ये जो है investment लगेगी, time लगेगा. It is too late for us. We have to go faster. So this is not the answer. तो अभी यहाँ से कहा जाए, aspirations क्या? Guru cannot make it by himself. Cannot make much impact. कल हमने बहुत काफी बातें की, collaboration की. This is a matter of tremendous collaboration. If we want to make a difference, if you want to make कोई इफेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो collaborate बिल्कुल करना चाहिए. India का बहुत vast है, needs are huge, the numbers are phenomenal. To make a positive impact, we have to reach a much wider crowd. Active participation from our partners, affiliate partners, is the key. How can do it? By identifying in an area and encouraging students to register for it. So they may not even know. That's one. And you know where else you can really make a difference? Human touch. The local level पे उनके हाथ पकड़े. You have to encourage that. जो होता है घर में नहीं होंगे उनके तो टीचर का इसका बहुत फर्क है. So you can play a role of hand holding, and where some learning by doing is required, you can be the place for that. Of course, we'll collaborate with you. So we want to combine this What is not only our operation, it is going to be all India. We want you to be participating. Only when like-minded NGOs and individuals come together for this larger cause, then only we can try to make it. And STARS forums really invites you to participate in this collective effort to open the doors, strengthen, give income security to the disadvantaged, उसको strength दे financial, ताकि भारत की सिक्योरिटी ये जो सोशियो इकोनॉमिक सिक्योरिटी जो है, otherwise this demographic dividend होते हैं बहुत आउट करते हैं हम, वो demographic calamity हुई, the demographic liability, we don't want that, and the social implications of that are huge human implications. Thank you so much. To ask you now to show you the skills group website. We have worked on it for 2 years. It's still a little bit to do. It is still, we are going to be in the beta mode, pilot mode. It is very important that initially we get feedback from you. How do you like it?